Well, good morning, folks. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I'm just excited to tell you guys that today I'm actually gonna try to install some of my parts on the Lexus. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get everything mounted today and installed today, but I'm gonna begin the process. Now, I'm not a professional and I don't intend to be a professional, okay? I might be new compared to some of you veterans out there, so just please be nice, all right? Some of this stuff I have already been documented on the forums, so I'm basically following those steps. Oh, by the way, you guys like my shirt? No point intended. But yeah, man, good morning. Alright folks, so now you should have your whole car jacked up, both front and back, or just the front, whichever route you decided to go with. So now we're going to begin to remove the wheels. Okay folks, so we got all the wheels off on both sides. Now depending on what you're doing, I'm actually going to be changing out the upper control arms, and I'm also changing out the lower control arm bushings. So pretty much all of this is going to be disassembled. But depending on what you're doing, you know, the only things that you're going to have to do in order to remove your stock suspension or coilover is actually going to be removing this right here, this 19mm bolt. Pop that off. That's off the bottom of the shock absorber. And then on top of that, you're actually gonna have to remove this this 19mm bolt that goes all the way across the upper control arm. And it's easier. Some people said that it's not necessarily that you don't necessarily have to take this off, but trust me, if you want to make this a lot easier, just do it. On top of that, you're gonna have to remove this plastic garter on your wheel well in order to be able to remove the bolt all the way completely across, because if you notice, it's gonna stop about right here. So you're gonna have to remove this and take the bolt completely off. On top of that is the bolts up there, which are under the hood. Let me show you. Now what you want to do is come to the top, remove these three 14mm bolts, and also this 10mm bolt that's holding this wire right here, and you should be able to remove these. Alright, so we're gonna remove this 19mm bolt right here. I'm not using power tools, so this is gonna take probably longer than it should. I already loosened it up because it was a pain. Now you could just grab a rubber mallet and just kind of hit this out right here, and this bolt you can hit a rubber mallet and just this bolt should pop off. So next step is to remove this 19mm bolt right here, and also to be prepared to remove the plastics on your wheel well. in order to be able to remove these bolts all the way out, and also your 10mm bolts right here to remove the brake fluid wire. Alright, okay, so I have removed this bolt, this bolt right here. I have also removed this one right here, and there's a couple on the bottom that you're gonna want to remove, which is this one, and then these bolts right here on the bottom. But yeah, keep in mind it's gonna take a little longer, but I mean, whatever's gonna make your job easier in the long run, I mean, who cares, right? All right, so now that we got all those bolts removed, we got all the ones in the bottom removed, you can just simply lift this up and voila, this should come off. Now you're ready to start removing the 19mm bolt. See, if you wouldn't have removed the plastic, the bolt would have actually not even gone. It would have stopped like about right here. So, got that out the way. So now you're able to remove this. And voila. You should easily come up the top. Now keep in mind, my CX Racing coilovers, I don't necessarily need to get a spring compressor because I won't be using my top hats anymore. My CX Racing coilovers come with their own top hats, so depending on what type of coilovers you have, you might need a spring compressor. And in order to remove the springs, to remove you know, the load on the top of these. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I changed, but I have a good reason. This thing kicked my butt today, and let me show you why. You see, I got everything done on this side. I removed the upper control arm. I did the inner and outer tie rods. I got new boots coming in tomorrow for the rack and pinion. I removed this lower control arm, and then I moved over to the other side. I did everything the same thing on the other side, but I got to the lower control arm, and this is where it got nasty on the driver's side. You see this metal part right here? This actually goes inside the bushing. This is a metal sleeve. This metal sleeve goes inside the bushing, but I cannot whatsoever remove this freaking bolt because this bushing is rusted onto the bolt. So I cannot freaking remove it. And as you can see here, I was hammering the living crap out of it, and it would not freaking come out. So what I did, and a big shout out, one of the guys on the Facebook page, Lexus Facebook page, his name is Daryl Garrell, I believe that's his name. This is his name right here. This is his name. And he actually said I was gonna have an easier time just removing the front subframe, taking the whole thing out and hammering the heck out of it outside, away from the car. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't document all that, I didn't record all that because I was having a really hard time and I was getting really frustrated, and I was asking you guys on Facebook what were my solutions, what were my options. And then I got the front control arms out, so tomorrow after work I'm actually gonna stop by the machine shop and I'm gonna have them press the new bushings in. And I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with the with the subframe. I don't know if this is salvageable yet, but I'm gonna try and see if I could find one tomorrow. But yeah, man, all I did was install the tie rods on one side and I'm waiting on the boots on the boots for the rack and pinion, so that's why I did not finish today, and that's why I stopped out of nowhere. And man, stay tuned, all right, because I'm still gonna finish this build, all right, part 3, 4, or whatever it is, coming tomorrow. All right, peace.